Welcome back everyone. Here are 4 tools that you can use to quickly and effectively assess the children in your PE lesson. We're going to look at different methods, then weigh up the pros and the cons before sharing some top tips to make your assessments even more impactful. One of the easiest ways to capture children's learning is through the use of video. Now we can either do this ourselves or ask our TA to take on that role. Alternatively, we can set a camera up with our tripod. Now if we place this in the corner of the room with a wide-angled lens, we can catch most of the action without much effort at all. Naturally, some children will want to show off and be centre of attention, but the novelty tends to wear off pretty quickly. We can also use those children who aren't participating, giving them the camera and giving them the job of a journalist or a news reporter trying to capture the class's highlights. This gives them a clear and important task even when they can't directly engage in the session. This technique requires a little bit of editing, but guarantees that you capture all the information and you can view it at your own leisure and save the best examples. An alternative is for children to present what they have learnt over a half term. We can grade them during this time as they showcase their understanding. Give them a structure to follow to ensure that each group focuses on the things that you wanted them to focus on. This assessment tool is great for those who understand what to do but struggle with the physical application. Now this will take a lesson to deliver, but it reinforces their learning immensely. Our third tool is a quiz. We test children in other areas of the curriculum, so let's use a more enjoyable version of it and ask children to share what they know in a fun and informative way. Draw up a quiz focusing on the key learning outcomes of the term for children to expand upon. Alternatively, to speed things up even further, we can offer a multiple choice quiz. Both approaches are a quick and easy way to summarise children's learning across the term. Although it doesn't suit those children who prefer to show rather than explain, it's an easy way to quantify learning and great if you haven't taken any evidence thus far. And we finish with our most traditional approach. Here we take the learning outcomes or assessment criteria, which should be filtered down from our medium-term focus. We can then add these scores to the progress tracker so we can see how they performed initially in week 1, and we can also document their progress right through to week 6. We're going to score children against this criteria in week 1, then again at the end of the scheme of work, giving them a score, either bronze, silver or a gold rating. And we can add notes for an even more detailed and comprehensive assessment. Now this does take a little bit of organisation up front, but once the hard work's done, it's easy to do and you can assess children across the year. And as promised, here are our top tips. As teachers, our time is precious, so don't go overboard trying to capture and evidence every single piece of progress. Pick 1, maybe 2 strategies and then streamline it so that your collecting of evidence becomes as efficient as possible. Make sure you do this in a time sustainable way. Don't worry about trying to capture everything, you won't be able to do it. Record what you can, file it and then move on. Our second tip is, what are we actually assessing? Now the PE National Curriculum is only actually 3 pages long and it very clearly lays out the expectations for Key Stage 1 and Key Stage 2. Use these to create the outcomes for your lesson, so when you assess, it's all done directly in line with the expectation of the National Curriculum. Finally, set dates to assess children. I recommend once at the start of the half term and then again at the half term. This gives them a baseline in terms of where they started, and usually 6 weeks is enough to be able to showcase some decent progress. This balances a sustainable workload but yet gives enough detail and in a timely fashion at regular intervals across the year. Thank you for watching everybody. I hope that you found the video useful. If you did, then please like and share it with anybody else whom you feel might benefit. And as always, remember to subscribe so that you can catch next week's video. I'll see you then.